Hi there, today on this Millennial Review we'll talk about how to replace your speakers on your Dell Latitude E7270. This is the same for a few other Dell Latitude models as well, and the reason you'll need to be replacing them is because sometimes the speakers get blown. So if we listen to just this track here, you'll hear plays okay down low. And then you get that horrible buzzy sound. So we're going to install some brand new speakers. Follow with me so you can do it too. The first step to replacing the speakers on your Dell Latitude is to go ahead and power down. So just go and hold this power button, and then eventually all your lights will go out, and you'll just want to check that the lights on the front of the computer are also out. Next step will be to take the rear case off of the computer and get to work. So to take the back case off of your Dell Latitude computer, what you'll want to do is make sure you have a set of screwdrivers here that are going to be able to help us out. And you'll notice that we're going to have across the lower portion, the lower lid of our computer here is going to be a series of Phillips head screwdrivers, or screws, that we're going to want to go ahead and take out. That's going to give us access to the back panel of the computer and ultimately allow us to be able to go in and take these screws out. So I'm going to go ahead and start to pull these out. Now, it's always a good idea to get a tray or something like that to be able to put the screws in after you take them out. But the nice thing with these Dell Latitudes is because they're designed to be worked on, the lower lid here is actually going to hold the screws for us. So I'm just going to go through. Alright, so once those are all unscrewed, typically I like to take the SD card out. This is just the blank for right now, but that's going to give me a spot to be able to get my hand in, to be able to pull the lid right off. So this will actually come off, and we're just going to go ahead and set that aside. Now you're going to see underneath here that this is where the speakers are. You'll see them right there, and you can actually tell, yeah, it does look like they've unfortunately gotten damaged, which is likely why they've gone bad here. So next up is going to be taking this stuff apart and getting to it. So we have our new speakers here, which are going to go in replacement of the old ones. And to pull these off, what you're going to go ahead and see is a small plug right on the corner here, which we should be able to pull right out. Sometimes I like to take a guitar pick to help us get enough on it. And so our plug is going to come out, and we can sort of unsnake the wire. You'll see it's actually got a really intricate kind of back and forth motion to keep it tight. And then you're going to see two screws right here. So these screws are Phillips heads, just like on the back case. I'm going to go ahead and take these, unscrew them. Once those are unscrewed, our speaker should come right up, just like that. Going to take our screw and put it in that little case we talked about. And it looks like here we've got two little wraps that are kind of keeping us from pulling it up. So we'll pull these right out, And here are our old speakers. You can actually see on that one, it looks like it's got a piece of metal that's come off, and the speaker is certainly damaged here. So that is our old speakers. Our new ones look virtually the same. So those little tears that we had to do before, you'll see on this, it actually has a little sticky spot. That's going to go right underneath the battery here, which is just going to allow these to not be in the way. We've got our 2 screws set aside. We can go ahead and take our new speaker, and you're going to line it up. There's a little hole right here, which is where the case actually screws in. So we're going to line that up right there. And then you are going to want to run the speaker right there. We'll take the back of this is the adhesive material, so you can actually pull that right off. There we go. So got that. Take our first screw here. See if we can't get that up and out of the way. That way we can place the tape down. Same with this one. Okay. And then we'll place this right in. Just like so. Perfect. We'll get that speaker placed in. Now, our wires do have a little slot to slide into right here. Just tuck the wires right in, that way they don't get in the way. Perfect. And then this, if you remember, kind of went in this wavy fashion, which allows the wire not to get in the way when you're closing up the case. So we're going to go ahead and slide that right back into place here. Then we'll take our plug and it just pops right back in. So here we can go ahead and just make sure that we get these wires tucked into place. Like we had talked about, just like that. And now we have our 2 new speakers installed and ready to go. So we then take our case, which will just line right up. Go ahead, make sure everything is right where it should be. It does hook in on the front, so you just gotta make sure you get that dialed before you place it on. Then right into place it goes. So now that the case is in place, we'll just start from the center. Go ahead and tighten up all of our screws for the case here. And like that, we have it all back together. So next thing we need to do is flip our computer back over and go ahead and start it up. Now that the computer's started back up, let's go ahead and see how it sounds. Pretty much perfect with the brand new speakers, and the old used ones are removed, and you can see all that kind of metal shavings that somehow has become part of this. Well, thank you for watching this Millennial review. I hope it's helped you to know how to replace the speakers in your Dell Latitude laptop, and it's really quite easy to do, so I encourage you to give it a try, and please comment and like the video.